Hey, Bougie Gang. Thank you, KRS1. Thank you. Thank you for my birthday wishes. You guys are awesome. What's up to our friends on Facebook? Hi, Mika. Mika Henry. I see you. Thank you, hon. I am Coco, Bible Lady, Diva 58. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, I'm not going to hold y'all too long because we literally just did almost a 3-hour live, but I wanted to do this because I don't want to do it tomorrow. Is that a good enough reason? I don't want to do it tomorrow, and I want to do that little transcript, maybe, or whatever else we get into. I don't know. But I wanted to do this today because I just felt like this is. I know most of you know who Regina DELANEY is. This is just not a police report or arrest affidavit that I look at a lot. So I just thought it was interesting. So let's get into it. We already did a video on this, so this is really just kind of like a replay reaction, but I just want to talk about it. Hey everybody, if you missed the live earlier, it was a good one. I would go back and look at it. For NESTO case type stuff, and we had fun and we talked and everybody wished me happy birthday and you guys are so sweet. I am gonna have to come back later. Let me tell you, I just got a look at my birthday cake. It's so freaking cute. It is probably the most beautiful cake. I don't want to speak out of turn and say it's the most beautiful cake I've ever had, but it's pretty gorgeous. And I wanted a pretty cake, and a pretty cake is what I got. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's just the cutest thing. I was kind of afraid because it was in a big box, and my husband was like, I was nervous because I thought it was a dog. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, please God, not another dog. I was afraid to open it up. And it was a cake. I mean, it said that it was a cake on the outside of the box, but I wasn't sure. And the way they just had it in the living room, like on a table, I was like, not with Lambo, who eats everything, including shoes and girl, what? I can't even. Lambo's a true 100% canine. He has no respect for anything. He doesn't know any better. So I was like, what is that? And I wasn't sure. It could have been a dog, like a designer dog in a box, but I didn't know. And the cake is so cute. Anyway, yes, I am. I will take some cake photos. It's actually sitting right next to me because I didn't want to leave it in the living room. We definitely can't leave it in the kitchen because he's a little bit too unattended in there. So, and I still have my ears on, my birthday ears. Okay, it's a cupcake in the middle. And my sparkly ears. I'm going to try to find something to put on tonight. I'll probably wear something white. Knowing me, it'll be I'll figure it out, but you'll see. And then I might wear my ears tonight. I don't know. I know it's silly, but it's only one day to be for my birthday, and this day is never going to happen again, and I don't really care what people think. So okay. Cake photos, absolutely. We'll be back. I'll probably be back on my phone. I'm not going to be back like this. I'll be back on some, guys, I just bought my candles. I want you guys to see my cake. Type of stuff later. Very much on the fly, very much on my phone. Okay. Thank you for all the milestones. You guys show up all the time. I appreciate you guys so much for supporting this channel. It means a lot to me to be able to do this, and you guys enjoy this content and our fellowship community that we have going on here. Let's get into this because I think you're going to find this super interesting because some of you guys are new here. Some of you guys have been here. But I did this video in March of 2024, which is a long time ago. That's for us, that was 18 months ago, and we know a lot more now. And I think we were at the kind of the point of learning more at this moment. So I put the link to this video in the comments if you want to watch it straight through. This is actually a piece of a larger video. So I will have to figure out which video did this come from. I'll find it. The actual full video, but this piece I feel like was a standalone, so I made it a standalone. So let's get into it. The link to this is there in the description box, and the link to the complete full video, I'll have to get my hand on it. Thank you so much, Joey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I didn't know that you spoke French. Well, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that very much, Mr. Joey Sea Dog. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what? Your voice sounds a little bit like Kevin Majeski. I'm not even going to hold you. I have a question for you, Joey Sea Dog. Are you Kevin Majeski? Can you tell us that? Are you related to Kevin Majeski? You two have a similar voice, even though somebody, I think it was Vicky in the chat, said, you sound like Brian Gumbel. Is it Bryant Gumbel? Or the newscaster that could not get along with Katie Couric. Okay, let's get into it. Joey, aka Kevin. Thank you. And I have to say thank you to so many people on Cash App. You all know who you are. I have responded, I think, to every Cash App that has come through so far. But I just want to say thank you to everyone. I've responded to everyone. I don't typically like to say everyone's name because I don't always know what how to correlate it to your screen name. And I just don't know what people want people to know. I know you want me to know, and that's the most important thing. And I did respond to every single one. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for helping me celebrate my birthday. And collectively, I'm going to buy myself a very nice gift with this, and I'm going to tell you guys all about it as soon as I get it. Okay. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. I'm just going to wait a couple of days, let the weekend marinade, and see, all of my birthday. Because I haven't heard from my sisters or my brother yet. My little sister I heard from, but my two older sisters, my brother, I haven't heard from everybody yet. So I'm gonna wait on that, everything, and then I'll figure out what I'm gonna get, and I'll let you guys know all about it. Okay. But thank you very much. Okay, so let's get into this. This video is called Civil Action to Conspiracy Charges. And basically this is about Regina DeLaney. So if you don't know too much about Regina DeLaney and you don't know the circumstances revolving around Regina DeLaney, get into it, because this ties directly into Sonia always saying that something is civil. Well, someone did file a civil action against Nesto, and he damn near tried to get her arrested. Okay. And from there, that's why it's one of the counts in his RICO charge, not for that reason, but partially due to his shenanigans in regards to a theft of her Harley Davidson. So on September 22nd, she filed a theft report in regards to a theft of her Harley Davidson. So on September 22nd, she spoke with Officer Fields regarding September 22nd, 2022, as you can see on your screen. The theft of her Harley. She did file a civil action on January 11th, 2011, and there's the civil action number in hopes of recovering her property. On February 7th, Delaney and Williams appeared in Fulton County Court via Zoom for the civil action file number. Delaney was not represented by an attorney. Williams was represented by an attorney, guys, and enter Ericka King, okay? April Holloway, Georgia bar number, blah, blah, blah. During the interview with DELANEY, I showed a screenshot of a previous Zoom recording from February 1st, 2021, pursuant to Civil Action 20 ED 167485, Shirley Strawberry defendant, who was not in appearance. Instead, Williams appeared on her. So here's two occasions, two different cases. A civil action with Shirley on the dispossessory when they were getting kicked out of this place right here. When she was getting evicted from this place, guess who showed up?
Creek
April
Manor.
Holloway, aka Ericka Kang. Okay. And then here's a screenshot. Hold on. Here's a screenshot that they have. Let me get back. Let me find my place. So the Zoom recording. So N. Fields, who's writing this, right, says that she presented she's including a screenshot from February 1st for a civil action that included Shirley Strawberry. We're right here if you're following along. On a Zoom hearing with her lawyer in Zoom in Fulton County Court. I asked DELANEY if she recognized the female in the video, and DELANEY stated that she recognized the female as the same attorney representing Williams in the civil action file regarding the Harley Davidson. Ericka Kang was identified by an anonymous victim as well as by her driver's license in the picture. So this is the situation where, so if you're wondering, or you're just hearing this again, how Ericka Kang came to be in place when NESTO had these court situations. It wasn't criminal court. One was a dispossessory civil action when they were leaving Bent Creek Manor, which is a home. And the second one was the Regina DELANEY civil action for the Harley Davidson that he took off her property. She's calling it a theft. Obviously, they made her go to civil court. They went to civil court and he's with the shits, okay? And Ericka Kang shows up as his attorney. Are we all following? Like, this is so convoluted. I can only imagine, and I'm not a professional law enforcement putting all this shit together. This is absolutely crazy, because if you're not reading all of these reports and know from like how this thing keeps continuing to continue, like every report piggybacks off of another one. Does that make sense? No. I think if any of you guys take the time, like there's a lot to read some of these police reports that go into so much more detail. And the police reports don't have everything, of course, but if you could imagine what we've learned from reading some of these arrest affidavits and what they actually must have in evidence, it must be pretty ridiculous. It's got to be insane. Thank you, Carmel Beauty. I appreciate you, hon. YouTube user, thank you. Diva 58, Pen Pal, thank you. Thank you, guys. No, I'm gonna tell you. Well, she didn't work at Jones. I know you're joking, probably, but no, she did not. And so somebody asked, April Holloway worked at Jones and Jones attorney at law, which that was a joke, I believe. But April Holloway obviously was an attorney from out of state who did practice in Georgia. Jones attorney at law, Josh Jones, is a fictitious law firm where Lamont posed as Josh Jones to call a victim to try to get information from her regarding charges that she was pressing against Nesto. And that's pretty much that on that. That doesn't really have a whole lot to do with this con other than Lamont playing on the phone. I'm going to go back on mute because Portia is barking a lot. So also, when Candy sends a cease and desist to the landlord. That's in another one that we're going to read probably tomorrow or two, whenever we can get to it. Like I have it like literally lined up on my desktop, the order that we need, because I had to put this stuff together today so that it, at least for me to tell this story to make sense, because it's all over the place. I mean it. Impersonating lawyers like left and right. And also presented herself as a real estate agent, because when 990 Pine Grove was being leased, she showed up as a real estate agent and pretended that she had clients that wanted to rent the place. So she collected the finder's fee as a real estate agent, of which I don't believe that she is. But we've talked about this before, and I did a short about it today. That's why some of these shorts I was putting up today, because ma'am is on Zillow stating that she worked for a place called Prestige Properties in was it Fort Lauderdale? She was, girl, I don't know what she was doing in Florida, but ma'am is on Zillow. If you Google Ericka King, real estate agent, Prestige Properties, Florida, it's like, my God. And got paid. And she got paid. She has a Zillow real estate. Okay. She doesn't call herself a real estate agent on there, but it's showing her in what looks like a real estate office. And look, you guys heard the Zoom hearing yesterday.
It's still posted.
So some of this makes sense, because when they talked about one of the defendants was sitting in the chair, so Nesto sits up there and says he doesn't know anything about these houses. He doesn't know those people, any of that stuff. On one of the Zoom hearings, Nesto is sitting in the second floor office at 990 PGR. Hold on.
The lie detective determined that was a lie.
Which we know this because Will Wooten put it in one of the documents. Hold on. Where's right here? Let me see. Yes. He put it in this. All right, let's keep going. A recording of the civil action was obtained by Fulton County Courthouse. The recording shows Williams and his attorney, April Holloway, the same attorney listed on both said cases. April Holloway was identified as Ericka King civil action, and they mention it and was subsequently charged with forgery, identity fraud, false statements, filing false documents, impersonating another, unauthorized practice of law. Williams was charged with 3 counts of conspiracy to commit felony. Boom. Okay. During the Zoom hearing, April Holloway asked to share her screen, but in order to do so, she stated she needed to sign back in. Upon signing back in, the name tag displayed Ericka King rather than the original tag name. What do you think was going on with Nesto at this time? Did he have Auntie Rona or something? Why is he walking around looking so unkept over here when he's supposed to be Mr. GQ Fly? And he's looking very much like he just got out of his COVID bed on the Zoom. And don't think that the clerk of courts and those people are not watching as you're signing in and out, because clearly based on this, they're taking screenshots. So when you sign in, like, don't even think that coming to a Zoom and playing around isn't something that they're not taking screenshots of. You come into Zoom court, they're screenshotting you, okay? They're screenshotting whose face, and they're going to compare it, okay? During the Zoom hearing, April Holloway asked to share her screen. And then so she but in order to do so, she stated she needed to sign back. She needed to sign out and sign back in. Upon signing back in, the name tag displayed as Ericka King rather than the original name, attorney April Holloway. This appears at minute 1 hour 38:39 in Zoom recording. At 1:42:35, Judge Ashley Drake asked Holloway,
who Ericka King is. So she signs back in, and her dumb behind is on here for 4 minutes and still does not realize that she fucked up. Okay. Hold on, let me fix this. She doesn't realize that she messed up. Look at this. This appears at 138:39 and at 142:35 the judge meanwhile probably the clerk was behind the scenes like who's that? Judge Ashley Drake asks Holloway who Ericka King is, and she states that's her paralegal. Judge Ashley Drake asked Holloway for her bar number, and Holloway,
thank you. Oh,
aka King, asked if she can send it through Messenger. The bar number provided.
I have not seen anybody with a Georgia avatar. Oh wow. I love it.
It did not match that of April Holloway. When questioned, King states that it was a typing error. The venue that Holloway, aka King, and Williams were located at is the office on the second floor of 990 Pine Grove Road.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
So
I don't
when
want to
Nesto says,
have it show too much.
I don't know anything about that. Was
we let it.
that was
until it falls
Erica's
into
house,
screen.
and I don't even know those people. But you were on the second floor of the house in 990 for the Zoom call. Okay,
They screenshotted it in him.
you were in the house on the second floor on Zoom.
I like Georgia too.
Because they can see the background. He may have been on another, I don't know if they were on the same computer. I'm assuming they probably were on two different computers because she signed out and signed back in, and he's in the Zoom court too. So they probably had two different laptops. But when you see his screenshot, which I have not seen it, the officer is stating that the background, he was taking his call from Ericka King's house. Hello?
Blue.
Hello?
Blue.
Thank you for taking the time to read through this and make sense out of this mess. You're welcome. After yesterday, I was
Freaky
like,
whisper.
girl, what's going on here? Like, what's really going on? And we had a pajama day today at the house, and but it's a mess. At the end of the Zoom hearing, Holloway, aka King, can you guys see? Let me move that comment. Hold on. I'm just trying to be careful because I don't want to show too much, because ponytails in the bushes, just waiting for an opportunity.
Girl, you guys know they got me last week on a technicality, so I have to be super duper because
the Zoom hearing, Holloway, aka King, files a notice of appearance and substitution of counsel for its civil action. Is that the same civil action? I think it probably is 167-485. So listen to this. She files a notice of appearance and substitution of counsel. Let's find out what that is. It might even be change of a lawyer. I don't know. Let's see. Let me Google that and see what that means.
Basically, it's a document stating you're getting a new lawyer, your notice of appearance. So I'm going to be on the new I'm going to be on record and substitution of counsel. So maybe this particular attorney is not available for this period of time, and so is going to be sitting in for me. So here she is, though, not a lawyer, going into the e-file system and filing more documents. So every single time she went into e-file and filed to any of Shirley's cases, Nesto's case, she's violating the law. She's identity thefting. She's also, I don't know what the fraud charge would be for her using the system and practicing law without a license. So maybe it's identity theft. It's practicing law without a license or appropriate credentials.
just any number of things. They probably could have given her hundreds of charges based. An attorney representing a party who will not be filing a document shall. So this is my point in showing you guys this. If you want to watch this uninterrupted, the link is in the description box. This is my point. Ericka cannot be guilty and Nesto not be guilty. It's not, we're not, I know somebody asked the other day, well, what did Ericka actually plead guilty to? We really don't know everything. There was a sheet that stated what she pled guilty to, but they didn't give us something to coincide each charge with each charge. But if you look at Ericka's complaint, the things that she is charged with all have things to do with Nesto. Ericka could have done 100,000 things. What they charged her for are things that appeared that Nesto exclusively benefited from. She can't be guilty of this and him not be guilty of that. Does that make sense? Enter a separate notice of appearance as counsel of record indicating the name of the party represented. A separate notice of appearance shall also be entered whenever an attorney is substituted as counsel of record in a particular case. What was the relevancy of doing that when you're not even said attorney? So why would you even need to do that? I guess it's called a Rule 9. So she was trying to file a Rule 9, which is called a notice of appearance and substitution of counsel, excuse me. So why she was doing that, I don't know. Fulton County Court signing her name as April Holloway using bar number, using the name of a law firm that is not legally formed. So she drops a name of a law firm that is not an actual formed firm on Peachtree and in Promenade. In Suite 2900 Promenade. I'm not going to say the whole address, but the Peachtree area has been associated with this firm. The phone number has been listed by King on Goldberg Sutton website. And so she's saying that she's listing the information of Goldberg Sutton, but Goldberg Sutton does not have a April Holloway that works with them, for them, or in company with them, right? And I think also, furthermore, I think Goldberg Sutton didn't even practice that type of law. So it wasn't even a fit from that standpoint too, but it was like a complete fraud. But she named a law firm that is not an actual firm. The information associated with the firm in question is Goldberg Sutton, and has been used, and that name has been used on various documents that were obtained through said search warrant. Through an interview of King during said search warrant, she stated she had known Williams for 20 years, but only had been working with him for approximately 5. Okay. So no. So when they say she's known Earnest Williams for 20 years, they've been doing this. According to her interview with the police, she told, you can see it right here. Hold on. She stated that she had known Williams for approximately 20 years, but had only worked with him for approximately 5 years. They charged her with forgery, identity fraud. So, forgery, identity fraud. So impersonating the lawyers, impersonating the notary, impersonating damn everybody, false statements, filing false documents, impersonating another, unauthorized practice of law, and Williams with 3 counts of conspiracy, because guess what? She did that all for you. She could be doing these things for anybody, but she's doing them for you. Okay? She did them for you, sir. She showed up to your proceeding. You knew she wasn't a lawyer. You've known her for 20 years. Did you go to when did you ever see her graduate from law school? when she signed into the Zoom and she said she was April Holloway, didn't you think that was weird? You knew her name is Ericka King, but you also knew her name was not April Holloway, right? Okay. I am charging Ericka King with forgery, identity fraud, false statements, filing false documents, impersonating another, unauthorized practice of law, and Williams with 3 counts of conspiracy to commit felony for a civil action. So this is what is done. So when Sonya's over there talking about it's civil, it's civil, it's civil, it's civil, it's civil, guys, it's civil, it's got to be civil. Take a this is what he did when he went to civil court. He showed up with the shenanigans, brought a fake attorney, and was going to try to flim-flam the court on a motorcycle that did not belong to him, that he purchased and delivered to the person that it rightfully belonged to. And a week later, takes his rusty behind over, picks it up, and wouldn't give her her motorcycle back, to the point where she has to contact police detectives and file civil actions on him. And then takes a non-licensed attorney, takes some person who's pretending to be an attorney to file false documents, and then wants to be mad. And when they realize, like, oh, they're looking and seeing, oh, but they've done this before. This was done before. This lady showed up for the dispossessory of the Bent Creek Manor location, where no one was on the lease but Shirley. Nesto wasn't even on the lease, and shows up with who? Ericka King. Same situation. Okay, it's not that many coincidences. I listened to that yesterday, and I was like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh." That's when we were trying to figure it all out. We were just figuring it all out at that moment. But girl, it's a mess. Trust me. Anyway, guys, I wanted to thank you guys for this afternoon. We had so much fun. You guys really sent me so many birthday wishes. I appreciate it so much. I am gonna come back later and blow out my candles and have a drink with you guys. I didn't do my drink because baby, I would probably be asleep. So I said, you know what, let me wait. Because I probably will have one at dinner. And then I'm sure I will be having something when I get home to eat my cake and talk to you guys. So just bear with me. I'll see you guys on some late night tonight. And we will talk. We won't be talking about this, but maybe if you guys have some questions, like you guys want to Q&A or call in or whatever, that'll be fun. Okay. If not, we'll just talk for a few minutes, and I want to share my cake cutting and stuff with you guys. And so I'll be back a little bit later. And but anyway, today was fun. If you didn't get a chance to watch today's video, go ahead and check it out. We revisited 5 bond hearings, and they are full of information. If you've never seen them or haven't seen them in a while, it was a wonderful catch up to kind of, as we're getting into the season of maybe this picking up some momentum, getting ourselves very well and refamiliarized with all of the facts and not the feelings and all of the conjecture and the lies and misinformation that's being spread by some people who are a little bit salty. Okay, there's some salty people out here spreading some bad information about your boy. Okay. I mean, don't be, it is what it is. We don't always like the truth, but the truth is, right? And so it's good to get refamiliarized with the facts of the case. Okay. Not the feelings of a few, but the facts as they stand, right? Anywho, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll see you guys later. Okay. Take care. Have a good one. Make sure to thumbs this up. I appreciate it. Bye guys. I'll see you guys a little bit later. I hope I'm not forgetting something, but I think that's it. Okay. I'll see you guys a little bit later. Take care.